world to be climbing over mountains.
And it's still out there.
It is. So Donnell or Donnell? Donnell. I'm glad I asked him. Donnell.
John's, not Jones like the city.
Johns. Donnell Johns.
Yes. Most people call me Donnell Jones, and then I just start singing, and then it breaks cameras and microphones.
Tanda. Yes. Not Tanda. Thank you. I love that.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
How long have you guys been married?
7 years.
You guys don't like each other?
Yeah.
Today.
Love, yes. Like most days.
She used to like my jokes, and now she's heard them so many times that
I just look.
You guys are very happy as a newly married couple. Are you guys, I'm gonna put the mics up so you don't say anything until I ask you questions. Alrighty, well, it is Valentine's Day, and when we think of the Day of Love, we should always think about our veterans, those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. So, joining me now in studio is one of our favorite couples in our community that tend to always give back, Tanda Johns and Donnell Johns Sr. from Veterans Growing America. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Really appreciate it. We always love to meet different people on this show. So my first question to you guys is this, why did you want to get involved in something like this?
So, back when I retired from the military, back in 2016, I've always been purpose driven. And I started a business, and I figured out that entrepreneurship was pretty hard. And I needed a community of people to be around that I liked and I trusted. And so I started the organization called Veterans Growing America a couple of years later. And I figured out that our people that our veterans needed a place to feel safe, where they can learn and grow as entrepreneurs.
Absolutely. As you guys know, well, today is Valentine's Day, and what are you guys doing for the veterans today that kind of keeps them preoccupied and also gives them something healthy and social to spend their time on?
Well, today we are doing a Valentine's Day candle making class, and this is just one of the classes that we do. We take the expertise of all of our vendors, and they get to showcase their business and their expertise and share that with our community. So today happened to be the candle making class. We've had sellout community, and we had people walking through the stores In our store, we have 9 businesses, so we have a lot of expertise in one space.
Absolutely, I love that. So you guys are also veterans yourselves. You know, you have served. Is that kind of why you want to do really be a part of this? Now, you are the CEO, and you, Donnell, are the founder of this.
Mhm.
So when you think about how this program really helps out veterans, what are some of the key points that come to mind?
So when veterans leave the military, they're purpose driven, and they're trying to find their purpose again. After they leave the military, it's one of the hardest things that you'll ever do because you've been a part of a family for all of these years where everything is taken care of. And so when you leave, you're like, where do I go? Who do I trust? And how could I be a part of something? And so they're in search of a bunch of different things. And I said, you know what? Let's create an organization where they can make money with their purpose. And so veterans are out there trying to figure out, okay, what can I do positive in the world? How can I add value? And where is that community that I need? So we provide community, we provide trust, we provide values, and we provide a fun space for them to showcase their business.
And how do they do that? How do they showcase their business?
So we have a store in Woodbridge, Virginia, and that store is actually in the Stonebridge Shopping Center. So you could actually walk into our store just like it's, a regular.
Take care.
It's basically a boutique where veterans can sell their products and their services at our store.
And when you meet them, right, you are such a big part of this, a big figure for this, this situation, this program. What are their reactions when they see you?
Usually when people come in, they're surprised. We also offer a space, place and opportunity for new businesses to come in and pop up. And when they pop up, they feel the support. They feel like they're home. It's not like any other place in because this is what they tell us. They want to come back. They want to be able to grow their business. We give them that kind of because now they found a home. So now they have more energy to create their business or grow their business.
All right, so obviously the winter on the East Coast this year has just been brutal, especially here in the DMV area, the nation's capital. The historic snowstorm was still felt 2.5 weeks later. We're finally starting to melt, but right now in the colder months, what resources are there in place at Veterans Growing America to make sure that they are okay, they have the mental health resources they need? Because I think not just veterans, most people do experience depression during the colder months here on the East Coast.
Well, with Veterans Growing America, we also offer virtual connections. We have twice a month, we invite the community to learn what we do virtually. We also invite the members of our community to join virtually, and we talk about what we're going to do. And that's the way we stay connected. We also offer some virtual learning experiences with experts from around the United States.
We're also a partner of the Department of Veteran Services. And so through the Department of Veteran Services, we connect our veterans with the resources that they need. We support in veteran suicide with their mental health. We make sure that they have whatever they need in order to succeed. We also partner with our local chambers. We also partner with the local community. So we do a lot of stuff when it comes to mental health. What's even cooler about it is our veterans do a ton of stuff. So we have line dancing. So when it gets cold outside, we go inside. And one of our veterans actually, her business is line dancing. And so we provide a space for her to sell her line dancing business. And then people come and dance to get warm and then have a great time.
I love that. And it's all about them having a good time because, like they say, everybody needs to blow off steam, and especially our veterans with everything that they have gone through. Now, what are some improvements that you have seen in veterans after they have joined Veterans Growing America?
So the first thing that I see is, number one, their mental health is a whole lot better because they're around a community that is a trusted community. Number two, financially, they have a way to earn extra money. And also, when it comes to their business tends to grow a lot better because because they have the resources that they need to succeed. Like I said, we're connected with the state. The state has resources as well. And through those resources and then through the public support, it's even better because the public can come in and they can shop with our veterans. And so it's nothing like when a person walks in and buys something that you created off the top of your head.
We call that retail therapy, not in the sense of when you buy something, but when you create something and someone loves it as much as you do, it's just a positive thing.
Absolutely. As an organization, when we talk about veterans, what are some obstacles currently that they are facing that they have told you about?
Unemployment is the biggest thing. Underemployability, finding a job that meets what they did in the military. Most people don't realize the level of work that people do in the military. At 19 years old, I was in charge of over $1 million worth of equipment. I had 10 to 12 people that worked under me. I did amazing stuff, and then people come out here and they get jobs like packing boxes and trucks, and it's nothing like being able to be valued as a member of society. And so doing work that will help you be valued is amazing.
Absolutely. And I know that sometimes a lot of people tend to associate PTSD with our veterans as well. But not all veterans have PTSD, correct?
Yes, 100%. Not all veterans have PTSD. But that's something that's associated with it. If you look at our sweater, we have on our sweater it says leaders on this side, heroes on this side, and then on the back it says let's grow. And so we try to get America to see us as leaders, as heroes, as entrepreneurs, and as human beings. PTSD is something that everybody has, and I don't want people to associate our community with it. It's a human condition, not a veteran condition.
Absolutely. And I want to ask you both this question. You both have served, and after coming back and experiencing life as a normal resident, what were some of the obstacles that you guys ran into individually?
Well, my service was as a military spouse. So when he serves, I serve, because when he serves, the whole family is affected. So coming back around community, we knew that we had to create a family and a close-knit connection so that we could survive those things that are coming against us.
One of the biggest things that my wife dealt with, because I watched this, is we were in Colorado, and then we moved from Colorado to DC area. Well, she's an educator, and she was not only she was a dean when she was in Colorado, and so she had to go back and become a teacher. And so her credentials didn't change over, and her retirement didn't follow her. And so having to start over just because she followed me someplace was one of the hardest sacrifices that she had to make. And then for me, one of the hardest things for me after serving 26 years is having to start all over again. I made it to the highest enlisted rank in the Army. I was the first Army National Guard G1 Sergeant Major in Army National Guard history. And then from there, I had to figure out what this world was all about. And that was one of the toughest things I ever had to do. I had to understand what my identity was. And not only that, I had to also deal with the trauma and the things that I dealt with while I was in service. And so all of that was pretty painful, but at the same time, it drove me to figure out, okay, if I'm dealing with this, how do I help other veterans through it, because I've been through it.
Of course, today is Valentine's Day, and we also want to speak about how it is for veterans who will be dating or want to date or experience life after serving. So what advice do you have for those that have served that would want to meet somebody, go on a date, but maybe think that they don't have much in common with someone, especially on a day like today?
Well, there are so many veterans in this area. You trip over a veteran everywhere you go. But having that common history, as we experience in our store, every time someone comes in, it seems like there's a connection, and they've served somewhere together, and they're just now meeting each other again. So, there is that common thread that still plays when we come in contact with each other, because we're in this area and it's filled with.
Do you think we do a good job here in way to say thank you for those that have served, but do you think our community here in DC, Maryland, Virginia tries to at least give the respect that they deserve or honor them?
So my favorite statement is thank you for your service, right? But it's also one of those statements where I can't eat that. I can't do anything with it. And so I love thank you for your service. That's why we created Veterans Growing America, because we can provide a space for them to support our veterans in something that they're passionate about. And so to answer your question, does the DMV support us? Absolutely. I want to thank Kimco, which is the organization that owns our shopping center. Without their support, we would not be able to have a space where people can come and support entrepreneurs in an honorable way. This is a place where they can come and shop and buy something that's passionate for them as well as our entrepreneurs.
And obviously you guys look for members, vendors, people who want to look at your website, and also volunteers as well. So if people want to become a part and do something to honor veterans, where do they go? Who do they contact to volunteer, maybe even become a member?
So first place you go is veteransgrowingamerica.com. The second place that you go is to our store. And stop by our store, become a part of our community. We usually ask people to come by and feel the culture first, because they want to see if this is a place where they feel in. We want to make sure that you fit in with our community as well. And once you go to our website, you can either scroll down and become a volunteer, you can become a member, which gives you access to our education, other entrepreneurs that are a part of the community, and then you could also be, you can also participate by coming to all of our events.
Absolutely. And so where exactly is it located? You guys have different locations?
So we're located in Woodbridge, Virginia, at the Stonebridge Shopping Center, right next door to Wegmans. Our address is 14901 Potomac Town Place.
Unit?
Unit 110. And come and shop, baby.
How many veterans do you guys serve? And when it comes to the amount, has that exceeded, or do you still have room for more?
Well, there's always room for more. So currently we have over 5,000 veterans within our ecosystem. And these are people that come and shop, these are people that come and support, and these are also members and also vendors of our community. We have over 100 plus members, active members of our organization, and we have thousands and thousands of supporters.
What do you think is a common misconception people have about veterans, especially in this day and age?
I think that they think everybody is a combat soldier. You know, that everybody's an infantry person. That's actually not true. I want to say 70% of our veterans are combat service, which means that they support those individuals that are infantry. However, everything that we do is in the community. So no matter where you go, like Afghanistan or Iraq or any of those places, we all, no matter what your job is, support in the theater.
Absolutely. So today, there's a candle making class on Valentine's Day for veterans as well. We're also in the middle of Black History Month, which is so important. So many people have served. So what are you guys doing for Black History Month at your organization?
So there's a couple of things that we're doing. In fact, you want to talk about that?
Sure. At Veterans Born America, every year during Black History Month, we think it's important that we educate people on inventions that are contributions of the Black community. So we go above and beyond to show those in displays and how we set up our store. We also have business ventures that support some and most of the vendors that are there, and it's just ongoing throughout the month. We start February 1st and we continue, not just ending February, at the end of February, but throughout the year.
What are some of the age ranges that you guys have? Do you see all sorts of veterans coming in young, or is it mostly older seniors?
That's pretty cool because we have veterans that are currently serving. So like 23 is the youngest, actually, 23 is the youngest veterans that we have. And then we also have people that are in their 70s that are part of our community.
Matter of fact, our son just joined, and
Yes.
he is in officer training school at Fort Sill, and he's 26. So he also has a business in our store. So we support all ages. In the month of April, we have that's the month of the military child. So we offer living spots for children.
Absolutely. We also know about this event that you guys have coming up, the networking event for veterans on the 19th. So talk to me a little bit about that. Why did you want to set that up? Is that a way that veterans can meet people and maybe strike up a conversation, potentially for job opportunities in the future, or is it more of like a social aspect to the whole situation?
So first of all, it's my favorite event. It's called Veterans Connect, where we connect our community with business, education, and employment resources, but most importantly, each other. This month we're featuring, his name is Guy Timberlake. We call him Go-To Guy, and what he's going to be talking about is government contracting. He's a government contracting specialist. He teaches people how to. I call him the government contracting whisperer. He knows exactly what the government contracting space is looking for, and so people can learn how to do business with the government.
Absolutely, and there's so much. Like I'm taking a look. I was looking at your website earlier as well. There's also a Secure the Contract, which is happening today, which is a 4-week business development situation as well. So it's like you're also getting them ready to become entrepreneurs. And so, what does that event entail for them?
So it's a 4-week cohort, and then through that, not only are they going to learn how to do business, but they're going to learn, okay, what does the government buy? So they can do things locally, federally, and also state. And so we teach them how to do business with the state, the local government, and the federal government. And then the cool part about it is, it's not just we're going to be talking at you. We're going to be giving them homework on how to register with SAM. We also show them exactly how to develop their capability statement and so many other things.
Absolutely. With everything going on around the world, we see so much play out, whether that is unrest within our own nation, or across the world in Iran, between Ukraine and Russia. So that does impact a lot of people, giving them stress. And when veterans see and take a look at all of this, that tends to bring up old memories of, serving. How do you think they can better handle those moments where they go back to the past and tend to kind of forget where they are in the present moment?
So the first thing that I tell them to do is, I'll say it like this. What I did was, I did a lot of running after I got out of the military. I ran to...
Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah. And this is, I'm getting a little PTSD right now thinking about it.
Because, come back.
Yeah. I ran, I exercised and I stayed away from negative information that will trigger me. Because when you see our soldiers, deployed, it's one of those things where it'll take you back to those moments where you're like, oh my goodness, are they okay? I was okay while I was there, but I just couldn't imagine what my family was thinking about when I deployed. I was young before I was married, so my mom and my dad and my sisters and all of them were worried about me while I was gone. So I also worry about those soldiers that have to deploy.
Absolutely. So we really want to talk about the impacts on the family as well. When somebody is a veteran, or they're serving, they're part of the military, and just any way that they serve our nation, it really does have a toll on the family as well. So do you have family members that also come to you guys and say, like, how can I, be more supportive or handle the fear I have for my father or my brother who is a veteran?
We, on a quarterly basis, we do women's empowerment events. So not only our families are involved, but our bigger family, our community of veterans, and we provide that space where people can talk about these issues. We have great leaders of these events. They come in and they have goals set, and they make connections, not only for business, but for that support that everyone needs. And that extends not only our family, but their family.
What do you want to say to veterans who are watching right now, who are currently struggling, and they just think that there's no way out?
there's hope. And I would say first, don't isolate. That's the first thing that you do, is get out there, try a sport, try entrepreneurship, try being around friends and family, somebody that's uplifting. There is so many opportunities in this world for our community that you can be anything and do anything that you want, but do not isolate. I also want to just give you hope. When you think about and you look about all around wherever you go, there's a lot of organizations that were started by our community. You think about Walmart, Chick-fil-A, GoDaddy, all of these organizations were started by veterans. And so what I want you to do is think about something that you love to do and then figure out a way to make that a business and then become a part of a community that will support you and deal with the things that you're dealing with by working out and getting rid of that stress in a way that is positive. But there is nothing that's out here that you should be stressing over. Just think about the present and where you are right now and think about the positive things.
Positive things. I mean, positivity is where it all begins. What do you want to say to young people who might be hesitant to serve our nation, given that we're talking about what happens to veterans coming out? I mean, obviously we've mentioned the positive things where you have such a great experience, you learn what it takes to be disciplined and being responsible. Why is it so important for young folks to not give up on, wanting to serve for the nation?
I'm a retired recruiter. And I actually love recruiting. That was one of the main things that I love to do because the military gives you so many opportunities. It's not just war. You're a part of the biggest, I want to call it fraternity in the world that has your back no matter what. And when you serve, you get a family that is around the world that is right there for you constantly. They provide education for you. They provide a path and a purpose that will change your life. There are opportunities for you to do things like the GI Bill, the VA home loan, and so many other things that can shape your life and change your life tremendously. There's so many values that the people have within our community that love you. I just want to say that my service has changed my life. When I compare my path compared to my friends, I'm born in the inner city of San Francisco, and I have done things that my friends have never ever done. I've been places where my friends and family have never seen before in their life. And so, if you are thinking about the military, it is a great option. We have 4 components. The Army is the best of them. But we have 4 components that you can do anything from computer programming. You can fly planes if that's what you want to do. I've been on a helicopter. I've done so many different cool things during my service. I've deployed 2 times. That's something that I would never ever see. But at the same time, what we were doing was right.
Talk to me about a moment where you were either serving or came back and you had a moment that you felt you could not move past or that it would have broken you, and maybe you wanted to just not lose hope but give up a little bit. How did you overcome that?
Well, like I said before, it was running. The reason why I ran is because when you ran, you get this thing called a runner's high. And just being able to get your heart rate at a higher level, it made me feel so much better. At the same time, I also sang cadence. And so music is a great thing. So you listen to positive, uplifting moments when it came to music. My hardest time for me was when I got out of the military. Because during my service, there is so much stuff that you do that you forget about the issues and the things that you go through. But when you leave the military, I was able to sit down and think about all of the things that I went through, and the mind is a devil's workshop. So if you're thinking about things that aren't healthy, unhealthy things happen to you. And so I was like, I'm not going to sit in this. I'm going to get up and run allow me to think. And then the biggest thing was my wife. She was the best thing that ever happened to me, especially when I got out, because she believed in me and she helped me through everything that I was going through. She let me know, that I was of value and that I had so much to offer. And so without, a positive person in my life like my wife, it would be really, really tough.
I'm an educator, so I went the route of college, graduate school, and I was kind of jealous, because he has so much support, so many friends. Everywhere we would travel, even out of the country, he would run into somebody he knew. So it creates a community that you can connect to on so many different levels.
Absolutely. Of course, it's Valentine's Day. We're so glad that you guys are here. I mean, last weekend we had Christina and Eddie, another couple that we love. So we've been together for such a long time now. What is the secret sauce, I want to ask, on Valentine's Day to being together and staying together?
So the secret sauce is, first of all, communication, right? It is, people say don't go to bed mad. We don't go to bed mad or anything like that. We always communicate. We know that I can't talk to anybody else about my issues that I have with my wife. We have to work that out. The second thing is constantly dating your spouse. People tend to change when they get married and they think that they don't need to do all of the things that they did to get your spouse. And so we date. We work together, we serve together, and we also date. Last night we went to a concert.
What concert?
It was at the Eagle Bank. It was the R&B.
Yeah, it was Tank. It was Tyrese, Silk. Yeah, it brought us back. I taught her how to dance.
Couples making a difference, right? You're teaching veterans how to dance, how to make candles. All right, now we're going to do a fun little pop quiz here, okay? You guys ready for this?
No.
Okay, well, you're going to have to get ready at this point. What is Tanda's favorite cuisine?
Her favorite cuisine, it used to be fish, but now it is.
She's like, no.
What is your favorite cuisine?
It used to be seafood, but
Yeah.
I'm recently
He was right.
figured out that I was allergic to shellfish, so as of May, and so now
I don't know what it is
I
now.
don't know what it is. It used to be sushi, so I have to figure it out.
All right, so I guess you got that right. All right, so Donnell, what is Tanda's favorite movie?
Her favorite movie is 28 Days Later.
You guys are doing well. All right, it's Tanda's turn next. Okay, so what is Donnell's favorite food, favorite cuisine?
He likes tacos. Tacos every day, all day, any
love
kind of
tacos.
tacos.
You guys are just passing through this with like flying colors. Okay, so what is Donnell's bad habit? They're like, this kind of bugs me out a little bit.
He's the founder of Veterans Bureau in America, and he thinks that I'm interested. So everything he thinks I'm there, so I understand what has to happen next. So he'll say he told me something and he hasn't.
Told happen.
Yes.
We should have that by now. We've been married for almost 27 years. I mean,
He's great at what he does, but he just thinks I'm upset.
That's funny. All right, so what is Tanda's habit, Donnell, that you're just like, this is kind of annoying, I don't like this?
love yours.
Okay, I'm not listening.
So she's the opposite. I just want to say that I can't repeat anything to her. Once I told it to her once, she's like, you told me already.
Oh my God.
And so she does not like repeating herself. So I got to be careful to make sure that I only say it once and I can't repeat myself. So that's her biggest thing is don't tell me things twice.
I get that. You've already heard this, right?
Yeah.
Giving you the instructions.
So, who asked who out? How did this happen?
He asked me.
Okay, like,
That's not true. That is not
two
true.
That is
different
so
versions of the
true.
story. This is like
That
Friends
is
with
so true.
Rachel and Ross.
Yeah. She thought I was cute. She invited me. Actually, your sister, so her sister invited me to, it was her sister's birthday, and her sister was having an event at Six Flags. And so she invited me to Six Flags the next day. And so that's how we ended up going out.
So it kind of sounds mutual. I think you guys both had a liking. That's what it sounds like.
No, it was actually love at first sight.
You believe in that?
I do believe in it, because once I saw her, I was just like, my breath was taken away. I was
See,
like,
he asked me.
So you were right. She's always right. So when did you decide to pop the question? When it was, 5 years in, or you just knew when you guys first met?
5 months in.
That's pretty early.
Yeah, 5 months. Well, I knew when I saw her, but I couldn't ask her right then, so I had to wait some period of time. So 5 months, give or take a week.
I like that. All right. So anything new you guys found out about each other after getting married? We're like, oh, I didn't know that you don't clean up the dishes or anything like that.
I thought he was an excellent cook. I thought he was an excellent cook.
After marriage?
And very clean.
Okay.
But he's still an excellent cook, but it's certain meals. I mean, it's like the meals that he likes, the tacos. Those are great all the time.
Yeah, we're
What I do well.
Yes, what he does well, but it just doesn't change.
Any moments where you guys were so frustrated in the marriage? You guys have been together for a while. How many years was it? 30 plus years, you said?
Close, we're getting there.
Oh,
Maybe 27.
27, almost there. So you got to throw a big party when you hit the big 3-0. So any moments where you're like, man, this is hard, or it was just like normal arguments, fights that you just got through?
So it's been normal arguments, fights, but never a moment where I say, this is it. I don't think that we can do this anymore. First of all, that's something that we took off the table when we got married. It's till death do us part.
Anything special you guys are planning for Valentine's Day today? This is obviously a couple that we love, giving back to our community, to our veterans here. What do you guys have planned for, later on to celebrate your love?
I bought the little hand thing, the hand mold, that you put the hands together and put in the mold.
Aww.
So we're doing that.
And then she bought me this car fragrance. I mean, this is the most beautiful car fragrance that I've ever had in my life. It's a picture of her that I get to hang in my window, and I get to look at her every time I drive.
Absolutely, I love that. All right, so what advice do you have for somebody who wants to go into marriage, but kind of is reluctant or nervous about it?
What advice? Don't talk to anybody about your relationship but your spouse or your girlfriend. Leave everybody out of your relationship. Keep your troubles and issues to yourself, and y'all work out.
Okay, I love that. All right, so where can we find out more about you guys? I know you have a website for Veterans Growing America, any socials that we can mention where people can follow you, learn more?
Yeah, so you can follow us at veteransgrowingamerica.com. It's our website. You see, like I said, our socials are on every platform. Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn is all Veterans Growing America. We're not on TikTok yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. It's coming soon. A TikTok shop near you. But yeah, we're on all social media platforms with the exception of TikTok. And
Tanda and Donnell, oh my God, great interview. Thank you so much for coming in person. We really appreciated your presence, just everything that you guys are doing for the veterans community. Again, Veterans Growing America, you can check the website out, become a part, be a volunteer, all of that jazz. Just a great cause. We always have to think of those that have made the ultimate sacrifice. Let's take a live look at Capitol Hill. We're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll be right back on Fox 5 Weekend Live. Thank you guys. Great job. Sorry to keep you standing.
I'm glad
You can just put those here.
He's sweating.
so you
We
do
only
this
have
all
2
day.
chairs, so I was like, then I would have had to stand over, looked awkward, so I just had everything.
That's
Yep. All right. So you're gonna make a left, and then the elevator should be able to take you down. But thank you so much. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Same to you.
Always stay together.
If you need,
Text me for next weekend.
Yeah,
Yep.
I will.